The peace of the Lord be upon you all. I say unto the Muslims all over the world that are with me tonight and those that will join the program as progresses. Likewise, those that will be watching the program after today, either on YouTube or on Facebook. I say unto you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight, we have been battling with a topic, the hidden fact about Christianity and Islam. This happens to be the part 4 of the same topic. And the book I'm dealing with is a book being written by me, titled the same thing, The Hidden Fact About the Christianity and Islam. So, in my previous, in part 3 of this program, I explained how religion came to existence, different religion. I've explained the emergence of Christianity, the emergence of Judaism, likewise Islam. I even said to the extent that Judaism has nothing to do with Moses. Check the previous video. Judaism and Moses has nothing in common, because the word Judaism came to existence after Moses, when Moses was no more, about 500 or 600 years or more. There's nothing like Judaism when Moses was alive. Likewise, the same thing paved the way to Christianity. The Israelites rejected Jesus when he came, because all these prophets before Muhammad were sent to their race. Moses was sent to the Israelites. Likewise, Jesus was sent to the Israelites. That's why it baffles me a lot when I saw anything on net that has to do with the coming back of Jesus from the Muslims. Because the Quran has clearly stated that Jesus was sent to the Israelites. The Bible stated the same thing, that I was sent only to the lordship of Israelites. So, if Jesus is coming back, to come back and do what? Among who will he establish his dynasty? He was not sent to the world initially. So he's coming back to the whole world, has jeopardized the mission of God, or what he has said in the Quran. He has negated it all through. And we all believed the Hatam and Nabi is Muhammad. The last messenger and prophet of God is Muhammad. So what does Jesus come and do? As a what? What other news will he come and break to us? What other good news? He has done his part. He has gone. So the rejection of Jesus by the Israelites paved the way for the Romans through self-acclaimed Apostle Paul to should have established another sect called Christianity. And I told you the first 2 Christians on earth were Paul and Barnabas. And this very Paul and Barnabas have never had anything to do with Jesus when he was alive. Paul was in Rome. during the time of Jesus. Barnabas was there. Nobody recognized anybody called Barnabas. He was not among the 12 disciples of Jesus. So how can an outsider be establisher of Jesus' religion? So we need to think. That's why the topic is the hidden fact. There are some facts that are hidden to the whole wide world about Christianity and Islam. And every Christian believes that Christianity is not a religion, but a way of life. The reason behind this was that the whole Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, from Genesis to Revelation, there is nowhere written in the Bible Christianity. Nowhere. 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 Christianity was never found in the Bible. So, as for the Christians don't even know either it's a religion or not. Compared to Islam, it was clearly stated in various verses of the Quran. But let me boil it down to just 3 verses. The first one to confirm that Islam is a religion of God can be found in Quran chapter 5 verse 3. Allah said to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim." Allah said 5:3. Allah said, "Today I have perfected your religion for you. And I've showered my favor upon you. Islamuddin. And I have chosen for you Islam as a religion." That confirms that Islam is a religion of God. Because the whole world of Christianity would be telling you that God has no religion. You are a liar. God has a religion. But God is not a religionist. He does not practice religion. But he has ordained a religion for mankind to practice. Get my point? God is not a religionist. He's not the one to practice that religion. But he has ordained a religion for mankind to practice. He has gave work to do. That's why he said in Quran verse 51, verse 56, that more khalaqtu al-jinna wal insa. Allah said, "I have not created man nor the jinns for any other thing than to worship God alone." I've quoted it now. Wal ins illa liyabudun. God have not created men, the jinns and men, for any other purpose than to worship God alone. Then how do we worship God? That's why he has ordained a religion for man to worship him. You can never be a worshipper. You must pass through a religion that will guide you, that will lead you. The ordinances, the laws will be embedded in that religion. So that is Islam. So God has ordained Islam as a religion. So nowhere in any portion of any book written Christianity a religion that God ordained to anyone. So due to the fact that they cannot confirm the Christianity, that's why the Christian now said no, it's not the religion, because it was not confirmed by God. Even in the Bible, it's not written. So they will now cover up a thing for men that no, it's not okay. Is Islam I don't as religion, no problem. But Christianity is not a religion, it's a way of life because there's no meaning to that. Even what they are claiming is not even in the Bible. There is nowhere in the Bible written Christianity a way of life. Nowhere. So they are only saying with their mouth. No single evidence anywhere that they can fall back to that Christianity is a way of life. It's only mouth saying. That's just it. Now, I now said Islam is a religion, confirmed religion by God. Even in Quran chapter 3 verse 19, Allah said, Inna Dina. Allah said the only religion ordained by God is Islam. The only religion ordained by God is Islam. The only religion before God is Islam. So we can confirm that Islam is a religion in the Quran. In Quran 3 verse 85, before I even go there, I said earlier on that what paved way to Christianity was the rejection of Jesus by the Israelites that was sent to. Jesus was not sent to the whole world. I've said that times that number. That if every Christian on earth were only wasting their time, they are wasting their precious time by believing that Jesus is for them. He was not sent to the whole world. He was sent to the lordship of Israelites. According to Matthew 15:24. So what are we saying? Now, I'm only re-echoing what I've said in part 3 of this lecture. Now, that will pave way to Christianity. When Prophet Muhammad now came, 600 years later after Jesus, the same Israelites that rejected Jesus, the Romans, the pagan in Rome, the establisher of Christianity, now also rejected Muhammad. Look at the problem. Had it been the Israel accepted Jesus, there was nothing like Christianity in the whole wide world. There was no way for Christianity. The world would have been at peace. Because immediately Muhammad came, the Jews will embrace Muhammad as well. That this is a universal prophet of God. But when they rejected Jesus, it has been way for the Christians to reject Muhammad as well. Not even minding his messages. Not even minding the Quran. So that was what ended the last lecture on part 3. Now tonight, we are going to look at another thing entirely. The continuation. Why do we have, although I've told you why do we have diversity in religion? It was because they rejected it, they rejected that. But our God, according to even the Bible, was no God of confusion. The writer of the Bible confesses that God, but why do we have confusion on earth? Because the Genesis was the Israelites that rejected Jesus. And the Christian rejected Muhammad. That's the problem. Because in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, the Bible said, for God is never God of confusion. That was Paul letters to the Corinthians. He confirmed that God is never God of confusion, but of peace. But why do we have confusion on earth today? Why? Even the Quran testified to the same thing, that the God we serve is not God of confusion. Quran 10 verse 44. That's Yunus. God said, I will never be unjust to anybody. God now said it was men that wronged their souls. So God wanted man to live in peace, in harmony with one another. That was the reason why all the messengers came and follow one another. They don't dislike one another at all. Anything Jesus said will be found with Muhammad and with Moses. But today, we are hearing these different stories entirely. Different story entirely. For example, now, grant me not to understand that all the messengers of God that are sent were being sent with a message and with one religion, not a way of life, with one religion. People have said that on this show, that the Christians do claim religion cannot save. They cannot even explain what religion means. They cannot explain what it meant by religion. There was a time I was discussing with a pastor. I said, what religion? He said, the Sadducees and the Pharisees are the religious people. Can you imagine that? Look at the question. What is religion? The Pharisees and the Sadducees are the religious people. Is that the answer to the question? Am I asking him, who are the Sadducees? Who are the Pharisees? No. What is religion? And they just condemn what they don't even have knowledge about. What they don't have knowledge of at all. Now, in Quran 42, verse 13, and I'm going to prove it to you that every messenger, every prophet of God practice the same religion. You see tonight, I don't know why we have different religion on earth today. And I've told the genesis of the prayer anyway. And I think there should be a solution to that. It cannot be like this forever. People are dying. People are going to hell day in, day out. Would there not be any correction for that? There should be. Now, Quran 42 verse 13. Allah said, the same religion as he established for you. Allah said the same religion, the same religion has been established for you. That's Muhammad. As God has enjoined on Noah. The same religion that God has ordained. I'm reading Quran 42 verse 13. Allah said the same religion that has been ordained. He has the same religion that he has given to you was given to Noah. Muhammad religion is Islam. So which means, according to this verse, Noah practiced Islam. Noah practiced Islam.
والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم.
Allah said, the which we have been inspired to thee, and the same religion was enjoined on Abraham, which means Abraham practiced Islam. And I'm going to prove it biblically tonight, if I'm able to, because I told you this is a seasonal lecture. This is part 4. God said the same religion was ordained unto Abraham as well. Likewise, Moses. Moses practiced Islam. Abraham practiced Islam. Likewise, Jesus. Jesus also practiced Islam. Now, the question, before I go further, the question now is, are you not telling me Jesus, Abraham, Noah were Muslims? Yes. The guy lied, referring to me. And why should they be Muslim? Are they from our Arab world? Do Abraham speak Arabic? Do Moses speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic? You don't understand. Islam is an Arabic word. It has a meaning. Muslim is an Arabic word. It has a meaning. The meaning in English language as Islam means total submission to the will of God. And those that submitted their life unto God in Arabic language were called Muslim. That's just it. So what's your stress? What's your stress? Islam means total submission to the will of God. While the Muslim means those that submitted their life to that will of God. Those that practice the will of God are called Muslims. Are you not telling me that Abraham did not practice the will of God? Are you not telling me that Moses did not practice the will of God? Likewise, Jesus and all other messengers of God from God. God now said, namely,
Jesus
and Moses, Wala tafaroku fi. We're going to continue that verse. God now said, namely, that they should remain steadfast in that religion and make no division therein. Make no division therein. There's nothing like Christianity, Judaism, Taoism, Shintoism, Hare Krishna, no. They must remain steadfast in that religion, by submitting their life, their will unto God as a Muslim in Arabic. God now said, God now said to those who worship another thing than God, God said, hard is the way to which thou callest them. What you are inviting them is very hard for them. They knew the truth, but to practice is harder. God knew that what you are calling those pagan, what I'm inviting the Christian for now, is difficult for them. I can remember somebody said to me one day that, Afa, I love that religion. What I love, look at what he loved most in our religion was that if anybody dies, you bury him immediately. No embalmment, wasting of money in mortuary. That's what I enjoy most in your religion. That's what you enjoy most. Can you imagine that? No prayer, no salat, no worship of God in Islam, no believing in one God, no fasting in the month of Ramadan, no zakat, no hajj. The only thing he enjoying is no embalmment. Can you imagine that? You now say, I've told my children, if I die in the morning, I must be buried in the afternoon or in the evening, as the Muslims do. He's not a Muslim, he's a Christian. Another Christian said to me that, well, your religion is good and I love it. But my problem is that 5 times daily worship. My problem is that 5 times daily worship. Is there any way I can practice your religion? I can submit to God, one God, to fast Ramadan, to pay my due, to go to Hajj, but that 5 times worship, if I do not practice, am I not still being a Muslim? I said no. You know, say, well, it's too difficult. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, compulsorily, 5 times a day. That's difficult. That's what Allah is telling us here. That what you are investing them for is hard. They cannot worship God 5 times a day. Look at Christianity now. Look at Christendom. You can go to church anytime. Either you love one Sunday, once in a week. That's Sundays. Do they even have any other program than Bible study on Wednesday, night vigil on Thursday? All this, because all those things are not embedded in the Bible. There's no program in the Bible for Bible study. There's nowhere in the Bible night vigils. Nowhere in the Bible all other things. Even going to church on Sunday is not in the Bible. Maybe you don't know. Going to church on Sunday is not in the Bible. Nowhere is written in the Bible. Nowhere. Sabbath day is on Saturday. First day of the week is Sunday. And so, in a normal situation, we're supposed to start our week on Sunday. We need to be in the office on Sunday, not on Monday. Monday is second day of the week. We are just wasting our Sunday doing nothing. Going to church on Sunday is a sin. Because the Israelites entered the temple on Saturday. That is Sabbath day. That is 7th day of the week. Not on Sunday. That's why I can never see a Muslim observing their Jummah service on Sunday. It should be on Friday, according to what the injunction of the Quran. We don't go out of what the Quran says while worshiping God. Anything that is being ordained to us must be followed by the Muslims. That's why we are better off any other person in the whole world. Because we stick strictly to what the Quran says. Quran never instructed us to go and observe our salat, our worship, congregational worship on Sunday. It mentions Friday. That's why you see the Muslims all over the world embracing Friday Jumat worship. Now, God now say it is hard for them. God said, hard for them, what you are calling them in. God now said, Allah. Allah chooses to himself those he pleases, and he guides. And he guides to himself those who turn to him. So, you cannot force anybody to be a Muslim. That's just it. You can only preach You cannot force them. That's why I do laugh. If anybody said to me, when Muhammad was spreading Islam, the Islam that has been there before his advent, said he took a sword by his right hand side and took the Quran by his left and said, choose one. If you choose to become a Muslim, you are going to die. No! Allah never commanded Muhammad for any war to be offensive. All the war being fought by Muhammad was an defensive war, a defensive war. Not an offensive war, a defensive war. Muhammad defended himself and his follower. Must you allow anybody to kill you? To terminate your life? Just like that? Now, we have been told in the Quran that every other prophet of God they practice Islam, including Jesus. Now, how do they practice Islam? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, because everybody claims self-righteousness. The Christian claims self-righteousness. The Muslim claims self-righteousness. Likewise the Jews and the Nazarenes. Nazarenes were never Christian. Nazarenes were never Christian. Nazarenes were those that believes in Jesus. And their remnant still remains till Muhammad came and met them in Medina. And all in its totality embraces Islam. There is no single Nazarene in Medina up till now. They've all embraced Islam. And they were all Muslim in Medina. Because they believe in Muhammad, they believe in messages, because all the messages was found in the book of Moses that they believed in. But before then, Muhammad faced a lot of tribulations from the Israelites that he met in Medina. They do claim to the extent that in Quran chapter 2, verse 111, according to what the Christians are even claiming today. They said, that no one will ever go to paradise if you want to go to paradise, you either be a Jew or you became the follower of Jesus. That's a ring. The Christians are not followers of Jesus. Don't make that mistake. The Nazarene are the follower of Jesus. I can understand one thing that some people are saying. We have two Christians, original and fake. Original Christian and fake Christian. Original Christians are those that believe in Jesus. What are you saying? Don't you understand what the Christian means? Christians are Christian. No original, no fake. Christians are Christian. It's as if you are telling us that we have fake Muslim, original Muslim. Muslim are Muslim. No fake, no original. No fake, no original. You either be a Muslim, you are a pagan. If you are being called a Muslim, you are no fake Muslim. Because Quran chapter 3 verse 102 says, you must die as a Muslim. What is fake there? You must die as a Muslim. Why are you not putting fake? What is fake? You rather be a Muslim or you are not. No fake. Likewise, Christianity. No to Christianity. Once you are a Christian, you are a Christian. You are not a disciple or a follower of Jesus. There are no fake among them. They are all Christians. And no original. They are all Christians. So why are you mixing up the issues? Christians are Christians because they came from Rome. Unless you debunk that. Unless you debunk that. Christians are Christians. No fake, no original. They are all Christian. They are those that practice a way of life laid down by Paul in Rome, not Jesus. Now, and also the Quran says the Jews that lives in Medina and Nazarene that lives in Medina were claiming that no one will go to paradise except he is a Jew or a Nazarene, not a Christian, a Nazarene, the follower of Jesus. Christians are not followers of Jesus. I repeat myself. You either be a Jew or a Nazarene. That's what they claim during the time of Muhammad. God now said that's their own vain sayings. That's what they say by their mouth. You are telling Muhammad and the Muslim then that you cannot get paradise except you are a Jew or you give your life to Jesus. Into the king. People will not be baffled that that's the slang of the Christian. Yeah. Give your life to Christ. That's the language. But it's not from them. They hijacked those statements from the Nazarenes. And that's why the whole world is confused about are they Nazarene or are they Christian. That's why the confusion comes in. Because most riches in the Bible at times has the same meaning or in line with what the Quran says. That doesn't mean that Christians are Nazarene. At all, they are not. You need to know one thing. That the Christian originated from the land of Rome. From the word Christos. Originally, it was Christos. From Christos came Christ. From Christ came Christian. From Christian came Christianity. So it has nothing to do with the Israelites. Its roots is from the Greek word. That is why I told you in my last program that the headquarters of Christianity today is in Rome. All other churches that are around today were called Protestants. They protested against the papas in Rome back 14th century. Back 14th century. In the middle of 14th century. That's 1546 or 1550. That was when the Renaissance overtook the land of Europe and segregate their own religion out of that of Rome. They all use Bible. So what are we saying? Either the Protestants or the Roman Catholic, both of them has nothing to do with Jesus. That's just a simple truth. It was not sent to the whole world, so why should Christians of Rome claim Jesus? Why should Christians of Nigeria claim Jesus? America, US, Europe. Why should they claim Jesus? Are they from the Israelites? Some will say, yeah, we are African Israelites. Can you imagine that? a tribal man. He has a tribal mark claiming Israel. You can imagine how people deceive themselves. So God said they claim, the Jews and the Nazarene claims that no one will gain paradise except you are a Jew or you are a Nazarene. God now said, well, that's their own saying. I'm on you. That's their own vain sayings. God said, bring your proof if you are truthful. They bring their proof. They say we are better than you. Quran chapter 9 verse 30. So they are better, we are better than you. We are sons of Allah. Are you sons? No. Yeah, Quran 5 verse 18, sorry. Surah to Maida. That we are better than you. So we will gain paradise more than you. You either follow Jesus or Moses, you never get paradise. Look at what they are claiming. They said to the Muslims, they proclaim, they say no, the Jews and the Nazarene claim that we are sons of God. One no sorrow. I told you that the English translators made that mistake by translating Nasara to be Christian. The same now applies to Yusuf Ali and any other English translators. It is wrong for them to translate Christian to Nasara or Nasara to Christian. It's a wrong translation. And I've explained that number, the reason why they thought they are the same thing. The Nasara believes in sonship of Jesus. Nasara believes in Trinity, likewise the Christians. But Nasara does not believe that Jesus died for their sin. That's what made them different. And that is the basic or the genesis of Christianity. Christians believe God has died for our sins. In fact, if anybody should fault that claim, they are no more. So tell me in the Quran where the Nazarene believes that Jesus died for their sin in the Quran. Just show me. If you are confused, if you don't know, but I'll let you know. The Nazarene does not believe in the death and its resurrection. No, don't believe in it. And that was the foundation of Christianity. So why are you now translating Nazarene to be Christian? You are making a hell of mistake. Although I didn't blame Yusuf Ali or any other English translators, because that's what they thought, or the nearest meaning, but it's not. It has jeopardized the meaning of the Quran in English. God said, both the Jews and Nazarene, they claim that they are sons of God and the beloved one. God now said, tell them, if truly you claim you are sons of God, daughters of God, then, Mama, tell them, why do God punish you for your sin? Why? If you are truly son of God, if you are truly, why do you suffer? And your Father in heaven just kept mute over your sufferness. So why do God punish you for your sin? Why do you have to suffer? for anything. Look at the whole wide world. War all over the place is war. Why should war affect a Christian, affect a Nazarene being claimed by the Christian as well? God said, don't deceive yourself. You are not. No.
أنتم بشر ممن خلق يغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء.
God said, nay, ye are men of him who has created. He forgives whom he pleases and punishes whom he pleases. So we are Jews and Nazarene. We are nothing but the same human being before God. That's the meaning of the Quran. That's the meaning of the ayah. We are equal before God, equal. We are equal before God. So what they are claiming is all right. Be a Jew, be a Nazarene, then you get paradise. No. It's not. It's not at all. Although the Christians do claim the same thing as well. They claim it in John 3 verse 16. They say, for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but has everlasting life. Can you imagine that? The same claim that God has debunked unto the Nazarene, unto the Jews, the same claim were made by the Christian as well. Forget what they are not around. When Muhammad sent the emissaries to Rome, they killed them all. They eradicate all the Sahabas of the Prophet. They eradicate them in Rome. They don't want to listen to Muhammad at all. They want to listen. And they've remained adamant up to today. They've remained adamant up to today. But they didn't allow the emissary that was sent to them by Muhammad to tell them the message. But they have been eradicated. And nothing is done. But Muhammad cannot fight Rome then. They killed disciples and just like that. So that's why Islam has no good basis in Rome. Although later, Islam overtook Rome all over the world for 700 years. That's why you can see statues of Islam everywhere in Italy. To the extent that they bear Muslim names, but they don't know. They bear Sekina. They bear Fatima. Lady of Fatima is not in the Bible. Lady of Fatima is that daughter of Muhammad in Islam. Fatima, Our Lady of Fatima, is a Muslim. She was a Muslim when she was alive. Sekina is an Arabic word. But because Islam has ruled Italy for 700 years, so the remnant of those things are still there. Look at their buildings. Just like dome in Mecca. Just like dome in anywhere that resembled Islamic status or the Muslim status that has ruled the whole entire world then for 700 years before Crusader burst in 11th century, 1000, and they eradicated, they killed each and every Muslim in Europe. They eradicated the Muslims, even Islam in Europe. They were called Crusader. They killed everybody. They killed every Muslims that were found in Rome, in Europe. In 1000, they are called Crusaders. They are Christians. Is that war? Is that a defensive war? Or an aggressive war? That's an aggressive war on the Muslims. And it's still happening up to today. Look at the situation between Palestine and Israel. Who owns the land? Was it Israelites? It was the Palestinians. It was in 1948, after the Second World War, the American bought some land from the owner, the Palestinians. From there, they extend the land inward and affect the real owner. Israel is a state on its own now, independent state. But Palestine is still under them up to today, the landlord. That's what the world is looking at. And no one could see anything. Not even Saudi Arabia. Although those ones are American pets anyway. Now, back to our topic. That's what they claim. I said the Christian even claim the same thing. That for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son. That whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but has everlasting life. Now, let me now take you back to the Bible. Is it true that God begets Son? Because God has ended and has explained to the first claimer, the Nazarenes and the Jews, and they've all surrendered their life unto God before Muhammad died. That's why I can never find such faith in Medina up to today. You cannot find such faith in Medina up to today. But the faith is still with the Christian in Rome that thought they've hijacked that faith from the Nazarene. Let's now scrutinize and elaborate on that faith. That for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son. You mean God can beget? God beget a son? Although that's not tonight's topic anyway. But John 3:16 has made a mistake. And the whole wide world believe that's a Jesus saying. Capital no. Was any Bible written in red? Yeah, all those Bibles. That anything Jesus said will be written in red. John 3:16 was also written in red. Not even minding the content. That can this be said by this person? Let me just chip in something. Now, for God so loved the world, Jesus is talking now. Telling the whole world. I mean the Israelites. For Christian, it was Christian Bible that I'm reading now. Let's the whole world. That for God so loved the world from Jesus. That if it was Jesus that was saying, that was talking there, he's supposed to say, for God that he gave me, referring to himself. But that he is a third person singular. Third person singular. For God so loved the world that he gave. Is another third person singular. Who is he referring to? Who he is his begotten Son. Who is that his begotten Son? Was it not Jesus any longer? So that thing was not made by Jesus at all. It was made by the writer of that John that was not even known. That writer of John was not known to anybody. If you check John chapter 21 verse 25, it was clearly written that the writer of this book is not known. So we don't know who wrote John 3:16 and claimed to be Jesus that made such statements. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him, in that person, shall not perish, but has everlasting life. Is that the meaning? Look at what John 21:25 said.
He is a disciple.
Look at the statement. E
is the disciple.
is the, who is that E? Verse 24. E, John 24. E is, the writer is talking now. The same thing affected John 3:16. E is, that is another top end singular. E is, who is that E referring to? Is it John? In the book of John.
E is the disciple.
E is the disciple.
Who spoke of these things?
Who spoke of these things? Mm-hmm.
The one who also wrote them down.
The one who also, look at the statement. The one who also wrote them down. Who is that person?
And we know that what he wrote, what he said is
what
true.
he said is true. Now, who are we? Who is that person? What he said is true. Who is that he that said it? Who are the we that testify to what he has said? And you are claiming John was written by John? That you cannot even answer who is we? Who is he? Allahu Akbar. We need to reason. I'm not here to establish any violence or any confusion here. I'm here to enlighten you to know what you are doing is right or wrong. Look at the statement. So the one is even out of it. And that's what they claim anyway. Now, but Quran refers us, Quran explain how God has blessed the Israelites. But that's not the topic anyway. The topic is he didn't find about Christianity and Islam. Prophet Muhammad now said, Bunya al-Islam al-Khams. Islam was based on 5 pillars. So if there's anybody that left one undone out of the 5, is not a Muslim. She's not a Muslim. Allah will not entertain 4 over 5 as a pass mark. No. Not even 3 over 5 as a pass mark. Not to talk of 2 over 5 or 1 over 5. Or 0 over 5. The first pillar of Islam is to believe and to know that God is one God. You see anybody that's anything outside that is a kafir, is a pagan. Likewise, to perform salat, worship 5 times a day, not prayer, worship. To worship God 5 times a day. That's compulsory. Either you like it or not. Either you like it or we must observe 5 worship every day on a daily basis. The third one, the third pillar of Islam is to pay your zakat, to give 2.5% to the needy out of your profit, out of your yearly profit. There's another sadaqah. That sadaqah has no measure. That's I'm giving. You can give 100,000 to assist anybody. That's I'm giving. But zakat is compulsory. I'm giving is an option. Can do it anyhow you like. But zakat is compulsory. I must be paid once a year on your yearly profit. After you might have deducted house rent, your children's school fees from the profit, not the capital. For example, now, if you run an office or a business with 10 million naira from January last year to December, that's a year, 12 months, and you are able to make 1 million naira, that's how zakat is paid. You make 1 million naira as a profit. You are going to deduct your house rent if you live in a rented house from that profit. You deducted any debt being incurred during that period from that 1 million naira. Your children's school fees must be paid out of that profit. Then, if you have something like 500,000 naira left, then you pay 2.5% of that 500,000 naira. You don't pay on the 10 million. That's a capital. But on the profit, after you might have deducted every expenses, every debt, they pay 2.5% on it. And it has a measure as well. Somebody as for now, zakat of this year I think should be 500 plus as a nizam, as a target. So if you have less than 500,000 naira, you cannot pay zakat, just give alms. If you have less than that, you cannot pay zakat, just give alms. So if you have the money, you must pay it. But it's not compulsory for those that are less privileged to pay, because they will be at the receiving end. After you have deducted your own, then you give it to the poor. The poor don't pay zakat. It was the businessmen, the rich among us, who pay it once a year. The fourth pillar of Islam is to fast during a particular month. Any other fastings are not compulsory. Either Monday or Thursday. If you like, if you like, don't. It's not compulsory. It's not a thing that you'll be penalized for. No. No penalty for that. Because it's not compulsory. Either Rajab, Shaban, it's not compulsory. The only compulsory fasting is the month of Ramadan. That's the 9th month of lunar calendar. 9th month. So Ramadan must be observed compulsorily by every Muslim, unless you are ill, or your health, or you have an ulcer. If you have ulcer, you are vindicated. You are not allowed to fast, because God does not want you to kill yourself or to destroy your life by yourself. So you get my point? So that's the fourth pillar of Islam. The fifth pillar of Islam, because I'm going to make sure I do justice, we are going to look at all these pillars in the Bible. Now, questioning the Christians. If all these are in your book, why are you still a Christian? If all these 5 pillars that makes up Islam can be found in your Bible, why are you still a Christian? That's the question. That's just the question. Because that is the easy fact about Christianity and Islam that I'm talking about. Now, the fifth pillar, a compulsory one as well. If you have the money, that's even the condition. If you have the money, you must go for Hajj. You must go and perform pilgrimage. It's part of Islam. If you have the money and you have the guts not to go, you are going to hell. You are not a Muslim. If you have the good health and the money, you must perform Hajj just once in lifetime. Once in a lifetime. Not every year. Not every year. Once in your lifetime. Compulsorily. You must. Now, all these things are fabric of Islam. And I'm going to make sure I look for it in the Bible. In the Christian Bible. Bible is never in jail. Nor Torah. It's not. It's an extract from Torah. Injil was never written down. No book as a book called Injil. No book called Injil. Book as a book written in a written format like this. There's nothing like that in the world. You can only find Bible, and Bible is not Injil. You see, people would asking me, then, but God said to Muhammad that Jesus was given in jail. No, he was given in jail, not as a paper. Injil of Isa is a memory card that was installed in his brain to correct the Torah. It's a correction to Torah. As Quran has come as a correction to both Torah and Injil. And all the books before it that are not on paper. If not for the tactics that was being used by Muhammad during the war period, the Quran as well will not be on paper. Allah does not give paper to Muhammad that this is, I reveal this book to you, take. No. You should know that. It applies to Torah and Injil. But the difference between Torah and Injil was that Torah was written on a plate to Moses. But the Injil was not written to any plate to Jesus. I said not for the fact that Muhammad made one thing, that whenever they go for war and the captives were learned, then the condition would be teach 10 Muslims how to read and write, then you are free. That was the condition. And that was how they were able to write the Quran. On a sheet, on a leaf, on a rock, on a leather. And after writing everything, they will read to Muhammad to confirm what they've written. And that was how the compilation was easy for them after his demise. By Abu Bakr, by Umar, by Uthman. And that was today. We have it as a book. But Jesus has no privilege of doing such when he was alive. Because who was sent to reject him? Then who will be the writer? Whom will tell, oh yeah, right, I was being revealed to say this? Nobody. So Injil was never Bible. Nor Torah was never Bible. Bible, it was an extract. The Old Testament was an extract from the original book of Moses. The original book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Hosea, and all the prophets in the Bible. That's why you can see it's like a story. The book of Isaiah, the son of Amos, who is writing such a story. So it has come as a story format. So that is not Injil nor Torah. But the problem now is The bone of contention is between Muslim and the Christian in the whole world today. No Jews, no Nazarene. But our problem, particularly in Nigeria, is between Christian and Muslims. So we are going to base our discussion now on Bible and the Quran. And I've explained five pillars of Islam unto you. And I said, the Bible even confirms that those pillars are even there, out of those that have been extracted from the original book of Moses. And the story being written about Jesus, that we heard Jesus say this, it's like hadith. It's just like Muhammad said, and people are writing it down. So you get my point. But even all the writers were not even there. They were told, the story they gathered, according to what Luke said, Luke chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. This was how Bible was being written. They gathered the stories. Because while he was alive, no one could write anything about him. But there's no special, there's no time. There is no opportunity for them to write anything. That's why there are some books that cannot be found in the Bible. Jesus had 12 disciples. Let me read them. Read it. Jesus has 12 disciples. My question now is, where are their writings? Where are their writings about Jesus? Don't they know how to read and write? Even Peter, that does not even know how to read and write, it has a book in the Bible. Even though he was not the writer. Even though he was not the writer. Let's see the Bible, Matthew chapter 2, from verse 1. Sorry, Matthew chapter 10, verse 2. From verse 2. Or from verse 1. Now look at their names and show me their books. So why Matthew, Mark, Luke, John? Just 4 gospelers. Were they even there during the time of Jesus? Jesus called his 12 disciples together. Matthew 10 from verse 1. And gave them authority to drive out evil spirits and heal every disease and every sickness. In verse 2, these are the names of 12 apostles. First, Simon, called Peter, which means the original name for Peter was Simon, because the Israelite does not have in their alphabet letter P. Nothing like Peter. It was in Rome, the Romans, that translated Peter, Simon to be Peter. No, it was even Kepha. It was even Kepha. Now say call Peter and his brother Andrew. Where is the letter written by Andrew? Or Andrew Gospel about Jesus? Or does he does not know anything about Jesus? Or does not say anything about Jesus? No Andrew book in the Bible. James. Where is the book of James in the Bible? In fact, that's the original writing of how Jesus lived his life in the Bible. You can never find the book of James. Blood of Jesus, sonship of Jesus, nothing like that. It was a plain story about Jesus while he was alive. And his brother John. This very John is not the John of the Bible. We don't know the writer of that John. It's unknown. The Simon of John and the son of Zebedee, that is James and John. Philip, no book of Philip. Philippian book is a letter of Paul written to the people of Philip, a country. Philip is a man, not a country. He was one disciple of Jesus. No book of Philip in the Bible. Likewise, Bartholomew. Bartholomew was an apostle of Jesus. 12. No book of Bartholomew in the Bible. Thomas that doubting Thomas that doubted Jesus in the Bible. At least you can see that he doubted Jesus. That show that so that we might know. No book of Thomas in the Bible. Why? That we even saw a scene in John chapter 14 from verse 1. Let me just go there. I'm coming. Let's see the scene that has engaged Jesus and Thomas. John 14 from verse because of time, verse 5. Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. You can see Thomas has a scene in the Bible. We don't know where you are going. And how do we get there? So, which means Thomas has a role to play while he was alive. Even Philip has another role to play. If you check the same John, that 14 verse 8, Philip said to him, Lord, show us the Father. That will be all we need. In verse 9, Jesus have answered. Jesus answered, for as long as I have been with you, yet you do not know me, Philip. Whoever seen has seen the Father. Why do you ask me? Do you not believe Philip? You can see, Philip has a sin. Thomas has a sin in the Bible. Where are their writings? Where are their writings in the Bible? No, they don't have. Likewise, Matthew. This is Matthew in the Bible. Is not the writer of Matthew. Maybe you don't know. The Matthew here is not, the original name was Lephite. Original name of Matthew was Lephite. Nothing like Matthew. It was Lephite. Now, the same Lephite, according to what they wrote in Matthew. Let's go to Matthew chapter 9, verse 9. If truly the same Matthew was in the same scene. And Jesus left the place and he walked along. He saw a tax collector. He saw in the book of Matthew 9, verse 9. If the Matthew is the writer of this book, he said, Jesus left the place and as he walked along, he saw a tax collector. He saw, stop being singular, he saw, named Matthew, sitting in the tax office. He said to him, follow me. Matthew got up and followed him. While Jesus was having a meal in Matthew's house, that's verse 10, many tax collectors and other outcasts came and joined Jesus and his disciples at the table. The same Matthew that has wrote the book of Matthew. Is it the writer? No. So you don't have the book of Matthew as well. We've not seen a disciple written anything in the Bible. Likewise, we have with Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, James, the son of Alphaeus. There's no book of John, James, son of Alphaeus. You have two James. One James of Zebedee, another James, son of Alphaeus. no book of Ephesus in the Bible. The task come in. And Thaddeus. No book of Thaddeus in the Bible. Thaddeus book, where is it written? No. Likewise, Simon Patriot. Simon the Patriot. No book of Simon the Patriot in the Bible. And lastly, Judas Iscariot. No, as all the sins and lied against Judas. Judas has written no book about Jesus. As close as they were, no book written by Judas. So what are you saying? What are you saying? So that's the problem we're having with the Christians. But we have to manage what is being written. We just have to manage to enlighten them that what you're even doing is not even part of the Bible. Want to be a disciple, you cannot be a disciple of Jesus anyway. The only solution for you is to see the light of Islam and embrace it and follow Muhammad. So by this, I have to allow 2 or 3 questions because we are this 10:30 already. So in part 5, I'm going to be discussing the similitude, the messages of the prophet of God from Noah, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. How they are in line about oneness of God, about worship, about paying, giving alms, about fasting, likewise going for pilgrimage, both in the Bible and in the Quran. So, I'll be waiting for any question or any contribution or any comment. No abuse. No abusive word, or else you'll be blocked. Let me have the number there. The phone number to call. +234 80 61900. +234 80 61900. Likewise, +234 80 28 000999. +234 80 28 000999. When you are calling it, lower your either the phone or your TV set or your laptop. I'm giving you 7 minutes more. There's no call, we'll call it a day. Then till Saturday, that I mentioned on this show, on our Yoruba regular program. And the topic will be, we ask things to do with the meeting in Maracas for 5 days. I'm going to explain some things that people don't realize, that the Muslims don't even know about that conference that was held for 5 days in Maracas. Because I can see a lot of comments and reactions from the Muslims, but they don't understand. I'm going to explain everything in details on Saturday, inshallah. So, in that wise, to those that are here now, and to those that have joined us later, remain blessed. May Allah be with you and answer all our prayers. All our demands will be made by God. Inshallah, till we meet on Saturday, remain blessed. Subhanahu Rabbika, Rabbil Izzati amma yasifun, wassalamu ala mursalin, alhamdulillah, sallallahu kareem. Inshallah.
Yunfiki susati mi saatihi ẹni Ọlọ́run bá fún ló kò fi fún Olúwa. Asalaamu aleykum. Ìjọ Risalatul Haq Society International ló fi àsìkò yìí ké sí gbogbo mùsùlùmí òdodo olójú àánú ọlọ́rẹ̀ láti dá sí iṣẹ́ dáwà yìí Risalatul Haq Dawah project èyí tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ láti kọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìgbàlódé ti ẹ̀sìn Islam àti ti ẹ̀kọ́ Western education. Kódà boarding tún wà ń bẹ̀ àti day eléyìí tí ó gbé ẹ̀sìn Islam lárugẹ. Bákan náà Risalatul Haq Dawah project yìí yóò tún ní ilé ìwòsàn tí wọn yóò ti máa tọ́jú àwọn ènìyàn bí Ọlọ́run ti ṣe tó àti sunna nabi Muhammad tó bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ayyuhal ikhwan fillah ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi nínú ẹ̀sìn iṣẹ́ dáwà rẹ o iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run rẹ ẹ jẹ́ àjùmọ̀ ṣe 200 million naira project ni for a start láti fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà eléyìí tó máa jẹ́ ti ìgbàlódé tí ó sì jẹ́ gbajúgbajà. ẹ jẹ́ agbárùkù ti Risalatul Haq Dawah Society International láti bá a kọ́ hospital àti ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìgbàlódé ẹ̀sìn Islam àti ti Western education náà. Wema Bank PLC tẹ́ máa sanwó sí rẹ̀ o 02238649937 02238649937 Risalatul Haq Dawah Society International ní orúkọ tó wà ńbẹ̀. Wema Bank ni o kọ́nà ọba aláàkógbà ní ìbáàdà fún wa. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè 0802-8000-999 0802-8000-999. Ma'as salam.